Welcome. My name is Natalie. I will lead you through a 45 minutes Vinyasa flow yoga class. This class is suited for all levels and all my poses are suggestions. You can always change your pose according to your needs. Let's start. Come sit on your mat. You can also sit on a block or a cushion. Relax your legs. Lengthen your spine, reaching it up through your crown. Relax your shoulders. You can rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. And then start to focus on your breath. Noticing your in and exhalations. Making them a bit longer and deeper. Finding your natural breath that starts in your belly. When you inhale, you feel your belly blowing up like a balloon. And then you can follow it upwards, feeling your ribcage expand to all directions. And at the end of the inhalation, your chest lifts. And as you exhale, it starts from the belly. The navel draws back in. And the ribcage comes back to center. And the collarbones go down. Find a nice rhythm in your breath. The inhalation, a short pause. Your exhalation, a short pause. Then you can start with Ujjayi breath if you're familiar with it. If you've not heard of it, just focus on breathing in and out through your nose during the whole class. Then it's time to lift your pelvic floor muscles and pull in the lower abdominals. In yoga philosophy, we call them Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. They are energy locks containing the energy in your body. And it's a gentle squeeze of these muscles. Then you can set an intention for yourself, something you would like to focus on during today's class. Then if you're sitting on something, you can gently take it to the side. Slowly start to open your eyes and let's move with the breath. When you inhale, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your arms down. Follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring your right hand on your left knee. Lengthen and exhale. Rotate. Gaze over your left shoulder. Stay here for 2 more breaths. 1. And 2. Then lift your rear arm so your left arm goes up by your ear and you stretch it out to the front corner in your room. Stretching the side of your body, keeping your sitting bones on the floor. And then slowly come up And then we go to the other side. So opposite hand on knee. Lengthen and rotate from the navel upwards. So mostly the chest area rotates. 2 more breaths here. 1. And 2. Your right arm goes up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, stretch the side of your body. Nice deep breath here. And come sit up straight. And place your hands on your knees. And start to make circles with your upper body. And follow your breath. So on your inhalation, your chest is forward. And when you exhale, you have a round back, gently hanging on the knees. And then the other side. So that's really nice for your back. And also a little bit for your hips to warm up. And it's also to awaken your creative energy. Let it flow through the body. And then from here, come on all fours on your hands and your knees. I'll show from the side. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, fingers widely spread, push off from the floor. Inhale, open the chest forward and lift your tailbone. Exhale, push out your back towards the ceiling. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And from a neutral spine, wag your tail as if you're a dog, shake it out. And then bring your big toes together, hips to heels. In child's pose, stretch out through your fingertips. If your forehead can reach the floor, gently rest on the floor. Now really focus on your breath. Expand your ribcage to all sides on your inhalation. Let it come back to center just as slowly on your exhalations. 2 more deep breaths. 1. And 2. And slowly come back on all fours. Tuck your toes under, hips to heels for downward dog. Push through the base of your index finger and thumb into the floor. Stretch out your arms. Lift your sitting bones up to the sky. And on your place, start to walk your dog, as we say in yoga. Bringing your heels down one by one. You can do it very slowly or a bit faster like I'm doing. Listen to your body. What fits you? What feels good? And then inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bring them down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Then drop the heels to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Other side. And back to center. And then walk your feet forward. And step them together, hands on shins. Inhale, straighten the legs and lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale, bend your knees and fold as far as you can. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Push down through the feet, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, fold. And bend the knees a little bit further, hips towards the back. And then slowly roll up, pressing down through the feet. Lifting until you're standing up. And come in front of the yoga mat for sun salutations or a variation. Inhale, bring your arms up, reach. And exhale, slowly bow forward. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, jump or step your feet back into chaturanga or come lie on the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, shoulders towards the heels. Exhale, push through your hands, tighten your core. Come into your downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 1, lengthening your arm and your spine. 2, bringing your chest to your big toes. 3, 4, and 5. Look towards your hands, jump or step in between. Inhale, lengthen the spine, chest up halfway. Exhale, fold if you like with bent knees. Inhale, come all the way up, pressing your feet down, reaching through the crown and through your fingertips. Up and exhale, bring your arms down. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold from your waist. Inhale, chest up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, jump or step your feet back. Inhale, choose cobra or upward dog. Open your chest. Exhale, lift from the navel into downward facing dog for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look towards your hands, jump or step forward. Inhale, chest up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring your arms down. Let's do this one more time and now really focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look towards your hands, jump or step forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And step your left foot behind and do a quarter turn. I step my right foot, so I turn to the camera. You can also choose to do that, whatever is handy for you at home. Now, let's open the toes to the side and squat down. So shoulders above the hips, nice and tall, up in your upper body. And then pretend you're pushing something away with your arms and then bringing your hands together. So when we go up, we're going to push something, imaginary walls away from us. And then when we go down, you're going to bring your hands together. So here we go. This is exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Then place your hands on your hips and turn the toes forward. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward from the waist, wherever you can, so you still have a long, long, long spine. Now don't drop the elbows down. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and the elbows pointing to the ceiling. It might be that you're more up like this. Maybe your hands have to be on your legs if you're here. Listen to your own body and do this pose wherever you are, what's possible for you today. Make sure the weight is evenly divided over both feet and also over the front and back of the feet. So not only on your heels, it's also on the balls of the feet. Hips are in line with the heels. Now press the feet down in the floor and slowly come up. Lift your pelvic floor, slowly come up. And step your feet together in front of the mat. Then step your left foot behind to the back and keep your hips pointing forward to the short side of the mat. Bring your arms up. Now in the inhalation, we're going to straighten the legs. And then exhale, you're going to bend your right knee. Let's do this 3 times. Inhale and exhale. So keep pushing through the left heel towards the back. So you have a nice stretch in the front of that left hip. And focus on your breath. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the left knee to the floor. You can choose for the next pose, you can either rotate with one hand on the floor, making a long line with your arms, or taking it a step further with your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Elbows on top, hands pressing together firmly, and then push yourself away from your leg, opening your chest. If you want to go more advanced, you can also tuck your left toes under and straighten that leg. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Left knee to the floor, chest up, and exhale, placing the hands on the floor. Now walk your right foot to the edge of the mat and turn the toes out. Then I like to slide my knee a little bit back and then go down, but you have to listen to your body. Maybe this is your mat, maybe you can bend your elbows, maybe you can go further and bring your head towards the floor. So wherever you are, this is a stretch for both sides of the hip. The inside on the right, back side on the left, although I feel it on all sides today. So on the left and the right side, you should feel the stretch in the hips, front to back. And then breathe into it. And let all the tension you feel go away whenever you exhale for 2 more breaths. 1. And 2. Place your hands back on the floor. Walk your right foot into the center and then come through all 4s. Tuck your toes under into your downward facing dog. And from here we go to the other side. Step your left foot forward. If it doesn't get there in one go, you can drag it forward and bring your upper body up. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend that left knee. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then bring the right knee to the floor and choose either with your right hand under your shoulder, turn your upper body, or with your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Push your hands together, open the chest towards the ceiling. And if you want, you can lift your right knee again. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your right knee back to the floor, Upper body up. Walk the left foot to the edge of the mat. Place your hands on the floor. Lower the hips. Maybe bring that right knee a bit further back. Wherever you are. So from the right leg that's back, you might feel the stretch here in the front in the hip flexor. On the left side, you could feel it on the outside in your IT band that goes over your bum. Although I also feel some stretch on the inside. So this is for both sides of your hips. Release the tension on your exhalations. Let's stay here. 2 more breaths. 1. And 2. And slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then come into all fours. Tuck your toes under, hips up, downward facing dog. And then now let's tuck the feet together. And then on your inhalation, lift your right leg. And then when you exhale, knee to chest, step it forward, left knee to the floor. Inhale, upper body up. And exhale, use all your strength, press through the hands, tighten your core, and come back in downward facing dog. You can also start from feet hip distance apart, whatever is easier for you. 3 times. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, use your strength. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strength. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strength. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Downward dog for 3 breaths. 1. 2. And 3. We continue with the left side. We do the same 3 times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths in downward dog. 1. Lengthen your arms and your spine. 2. And 3. Now walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees and dangle your upper body from left to right. Releasing any tension you might have in the back of your body. Hang out in the center. Bend your knees, hips a little bit more towards the back. Slowly roll up, pressing the feet down in the floor. And let's do a balancing pose together. Let's do Fukasana, tree pose. I'll be your mirror image. Right knee comes up. And then you open it to the side and you place the foot on the inside of your leg. It can also be lower by the knee. You can even place your toes on the floor. So wherever you are, if the foot is above the knee, you can press the leg and the foot into each other equally. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen in opposite directions. So through the foot on the floor and through your crown upwards. Sometimes you're not so balanced like me today. And sometimes you really are balanced. So whenever you come out of the pose, you just come back into it. 2 more breaths. 1. And 2. Bring your knee forward and step the feet together. Let's do a grounding exercise so we're all really stable. It goes like this. You're bouncing through the knees, shaking out your body. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly straighten the legs. You might feel the gravity pulling your body to the earth. And now let's see how the other side goes. Stretch out in opposite directions. Smile on your face. If you want to have it more advanced, you can bring your hands up, open it, or go to the side. Do something that's interesting. You can even stand on your yoga block. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Bring the knee forward and bring it back down. Alright, stand in front of your yoga mat. For Vinyasa, half a sun salutation. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, slowly fall forward. Inhale, lift your chest up halfway. Exhale, jump or step your feet back. And choose cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then from here, step your feet together and a little bit more forward. So it's a smaller downward dog. Then bring your right leg up, bend it in your knee, and open your hips, so stacking them on top of each other. Your upper body rotates as well, so you're looking underneath your right armpit. So keep pointing that right knee upwards towards the ceiling. And feel the stretch in that right hip flexor. And maybe in other parts of your body as well. 2 more breaths. 1. And 2. Point the knee towards the floor. And then bring it behind your right wrist. And then close the knee off like this. And then walk that foot a little bit more forward. And then if you can come on your underarms. Or maybe you can stretch out your arms. Make sure your hips are level. So sometimes you might be towards one side, but you want to have your left and right hip on the same height. So you might need to place a yoga block underneath your right hip so they're on the same level. Okay, let's do this 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then bring that left leg all the way in front, if possible, on the outside of that right knee. If not, it can be in front there. Now you can either wrap your arm around it, your right arm, or you can bring that right elbow on the outside of the left knee, whatever is possible for you. Then sit up nice and tall and then rotate, so I'm looking over your left shoulder. Again, the hips don't move, it's mostly the chest area that's opening. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, look forward, and exhale. Now we have a pose that needs some work. So that right leg, I'll show it towards the camera. So my bottom leg, my right leg, you want to bring the bottom part of your leg forward so that it's square with the short side of your mat. Now the other leg, if possible, is going to come on top, but it might look like this for you because it's quite hard to open so far in your hips. So make sure that the bone from your ankle that's sticking out here is above the knee, because if you do it like this, it's a different pose. So the knees and ankles should be aligned. So again, this bottom leg sometimes is like this, but it has to be underneath that knee. So maybe you're here Maybe you're there. Now, if it's easy to bring your legs on top of each other, you might want to go forward, or sometimes it's nice to go to the sides. Go really deep into your hips. Let's stay here. 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. Then from here, come onto all fours. I'll show it from the side again. And come into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, and then we do the other side. 1 and 2. Step your feet forward and place them together. Then left leg up. So I wanted you to do that so that your right heel can be on the floor. You can also bend that leg so you have a nice firm foundation there. And don't go like this, but really keep that action from the downward dog, pushing away from your hands and then opening up your hips. So bringing the left knee towards the ceiling, gazing underneath your left armpit. And stay here for 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Point the knee towards the floor and then behind your left elbow, wrist, close the knee, and then bring that foot a little bit more forward. Again, if you're towards one side, just use a block or a book and place it underneath that hip. If this is easy for you, you can bring the foot more forward. So again, your shin is parallel with the short side of your mat. Or if you can do the box splits, for example. And then find your way into this pose, the pigeon pose. Ideally, you want to feel the stretch here on the outside of the left leg and your IT band that goes from the knee over your bum, touching to your pelvis. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Walk your hands back and then bring that right leg all the way to the front, either in front of the leg or if possible on the outside of that left knee. Sit up nice and tall and then choose, are you going to wrap your arm around or can you bring your elbow on the outside of your knee? And then rotate your chest and we stay here for 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, come into the next pose. So that bottom leg, you want to have your shin parallel with the short side of your mat, and then the top leg, you are aligning the knees and the ankles. So maybe it's like this for you. Maybe slowly, slowly, slowly over time, they can come closer together. If they're on top of each other, you could, for example, go down. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale, release your legs. Let's shake them out. And now we are going to come into frog pose. So from the side, it looks like this. Your knees are in line with the hips and you're opening them to the sides. Like a frog, your toes can point to the side. If it's too intense, you just point the toes towards each other and bring the hips a little bit more back. If you can, you keep the hips aligned with the knees. And then maybe you're up here, or maybe you slowly come down a bit. So wherever you are, let's stay here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Now point the toes towards each other. Bring the hips towards your heels and then gently close the knees together. And then while we're here, let's do a nice toe stretch. So tuck your toes under and then see if you can gently bring your weight on your heels. If not, maybe you're here, finding a place where you're able to do the toe stretch. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. So wherever you are in the pose, what's possible for you. 1, 2, and 3. Then stretch your toes, maybe shake them around. Up. And then let's see if you can do a stretch for the front of your legs and hips like this. So from here you can reach your hands back and open the chest, and then if possible lift your hips as well. So you have a nice stretch here in your hip flexor and your quadriceps and also in the chest. If that's too much, just only open the chest. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Come back and let's do a nice child's pose here in between. Bring your big toes together, hips to heels. Rest your forehead on the floor if possible. And let's stay here for 3 breaths, really making your breath nice and long and deep. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do some backbends now while lying on our belly. If that's not possible for you, you can also do them the opposite way on your back. So if possible, come and lie on your belly, relaxing your body into the floor, and then press your pubic bone down into the floor. Tighten your legs, lift the knees. The feet are still on the floor, the toes pointing away from you. And then from the strength in your back, lift your chest. Don't look all the way up. Gaze towards the floor in front of you, so you don't have any wrinkles in your neck. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Rest it out on one cheek, and then bend your knees. And see if you can grab your feet or your ankles or your shins, or if you have long leggings on or trousers, you can grab those. If not, you can do the previous pose again. Inhale. Now with your legs, pull on your arms so you lift your chest. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Rest it out on your other cheek. And let's do this one more time. So choose your option. Either the first one, only lifting your chest, or the second one, where we're all gonna start. Inhale, lift. Now the third option is to, from here, roll on your side. So see if you can roll on your side. So this is quite advanced. Maybe it's not possible yet. You can also use your hand to roll onto your side and then stay there. And keep that action of your legs pulling on your arms, opening, lifting your chest. And then from here, roll up, really lift your chest And then go to the other side. So again, if this is not possible yet, just stick to one of the previous poses. Focus on your breath, in and out through the nose. And back to center, lift your chest and lie on your belly. Place your hands on top of each other, forehead on top of that. And shake your hips from left to right, releasing any tension you might have in your lower back. Then from here, come back into child's pose. Big toes touching, knees tiny bit wider than your hips. And this time, let's bring the arms by our sides. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Then slowly with a round spine, roll up and then roll down, bringing the chest forward, pretending your spine is like a spaghetti, a cooked spaghetti that's nice and supple. Or like a snake, something that's nice and supple. And then when you're seated up, slowly come and lie down. If you're close to a wall, I would recommend you place your legs against the wall. So this is rejuvenating yoga. When you're upside down like this, the blood flows very much the other direction, well, towards your heart, which stimulates the making of new cells, and also it's good for your lymph drainage. So this is always good for you to recover, to relax your body. Now, if you are not against the wall, if you have a block, for example, you can place your hips on them, so you have even more of an inversion here. And I find it easier to keep my legs up in the sky without a wall. So find a way where you can be like this with your legs up. This is also nice in the evening to do after a long day before you go to sleep. And then slowly let your body take over your breath. Let your body relax. And then it's time for our final pose, the deep relaxation. You could choose to continue this pose today for your deep relaxation. It's totally fine, it's nice. Or you could come into the more traditional Shavasana pose. I'll do the beginning with you. If you're not comfortable lying down, you can also do this part seated. And if you're not comfortable with closing your eyes, you can actually keep them open. Stare to a point in the distance. Otherwise, close your eyes. Come lie down. Stretch out your legs. Make sure your arms are away from your body and palms facing the ceiling. And then start to relax further, making your body heavy, feeling the connection with the floor and your yoga mat. Lift your chest 1 centimeter, only if your legs are on the floor. Bring your shoulder blades closer together and Lie down again. So you're fully on your shoulder blades. Then roll your head from one side to the other. Back to center, chin to chest. And lie your head back down. So your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Then relax your face. Let your tongue relax in the back of your throat. Relax your eyes and eyelids. And now that your whole body is relaxed, you can relax your mind. Make it as empty as possible. Become an observer. Observe your breath without any judgments or thoughts. Observing everything as it is, accepting and feeling satisfied. Continue this practice of mindfulness for the next minute, and then my voice will return. Inaction, contrary to its reputation for being a refugee, is neither safe nor comfortable. The dying understand this all too well. On their deathbeds, many people express regrets that they spent too much of their lives not doing, not expressing their true feelings, not pursuing their true goals, not spending enough time with those they loved most. In other words, they regret inaction. Inaction seemed safe and comfortable at the time, but with the benefit of life's final hindsight, they realized that inaction turned out to be unsafe and uncomfortable. It was a trickster and a fraud. Action in the now will be our mindful intention for today. Now think to yourself, ultimately, inaction is neither safe nor comfortable. I will act on my highest desires today. And slowly become aware of the room where you are. Become aware of your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch out as if you're waking up in your bed. And then bring your knees to your chest and gently roll to one side of your body. Stay there for a moment. And then gently push yourself up to a sit so we can end the class together with a bow. Come sit up, place your hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes one more time and then think of your intention, the one from the beginning of the class. Did you succeed? And then think about that story about inaction. Now ask yourself, what is your highest desire at this moment. And then as you feel it and envision it, bow forward and send it into the room with the intention to do it today. And then slowly come up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class and have a great rest of your day. Bye.